Okay, I think we're live. Welcome everybody to Bitcoin Billionaire. Today I want to talk about what's going on with Bitcoin. Sorry, I've not been going live for a while, but I will explain to you in this video. So welcome to Bitcoin Billionaire. Okay, so I want to jump into what is going on, like with March. Seemed like a lot of weird stuff going on with Bitcoin. How many of you agree with that? It just seems all over the place. But I am going to talk about my analysis, so I will answer your questions as well. But welcome everybody who's on the live right now. Sorry, I did not announce this. Again, I have a lot of things going on in my life, but I do want to make consistent videos on Bitcoin. So anyway, I will jump into it. Please bear with me as okay, sorry about that. Voice should be back here. Can you hear me okay now? Sorry about that. How long did I miss the voice? Check sound. Oh boy. So you missed all that. Okay, back online. Sorry about the voice thing. I will have to edit that later. But I said the first thing we want to do is look at where we're at with the Bitcoin price. And we can see that the highest price right now is about 87,000. And what has happened is we touched this part here. So the end of the bull cycle is basically when this goes all the way up to the top part. So the red zone is not a good. This doesn't mean the bull cycle is over, and it doesn't mean that just this is accurate, okay? It's just, we use that as a tool when to buy. Like the best place to buy Bitcoin is down here, and the best place to sell Bitcoin is right at the top here. So I think we'll have another cycle. What I mean by that is we're having a small correction now, like this, and I think we're going to go one more in the next couple of months. If it's not a couple of months, then we could see higher prices, and then we may go all the way back down. Who knows? It really depends, right? I think, it's tough to say. Like, are we ever going to go back down to 20 with all the institution buying? I don't know. But according to this model, right, what we're seeing right now is that the best buying price would be 18,000, and I don't really believe it's going to go there in the short term. So, like I said, this is just one model, but it means that basically the lowest price. Yeah, see, I don't think this model is like accurate. I paid for those scripts, by the way, but yeah, it's just questionable whether we're going to go back to these low prices. And as we know, with the Bitcoin, everything has changed. We're in a whole different market now with institution buying. But I don't think we should not use this tool. So as far as predicting the price, I think that I've heard some YouTubers say that maybe this is the end of the cycle. I don't agree. I think we're going to see one more boost, then all the way to the top. And if it takes longer, the longer it takes, the more likely we're going to reach our 100,000 that we've predicted this would go in the past. Yeah. Even, but I wouldn't really rely only on this here. Okay. So any questions about that, please put in a comment. So that's what I was covering when I didn't realize I did not have sound. Okay. So any questions about the price of Bitcoin? So let me get rid of this here for one moment. Hold on a second. And I will look at your questions. How can I select a coin for day trading? Well, I mean, right now, for day trading, I mean, right now you have to understand the price of Bitcoin before you can day trade. Yeah. Once you understand the price of Bitcoin, then you can day trade. Yeah. Okay. So Ethereum is one of my favorite coin right now. And I am using a tool here, as you can see, which is the fib retracement tool. And the way you do that is really easy, because I know some of you want to learn how to use these tools. So I'm going to show you how you use the fib replacement tool. So you got to go to the bottom. Okay. The bottom here. So you want up and then down. So you take the bottom part, and then what you do is you just select the bottom. Oops. Hold on a second. You take the bottom. Let me erase this thing here. Then you take the bottom with the fib replacement tool, fib retracement. Okay. And then we're going to select the bottom part all the way to the top part, the highest price, which is right here. And then we could extend it. And that gives you kind of an idea of where the support zone are, where the resistance is. So we can see for Ethereum, we have a resistance zone of about 1821 and a support, very strong support here at 1750. If we zoom in, we can see that it kind of crossed that, but then it bounced back up this line here. So then it broke that line again and it went back up. Let me trace that. So you can see, right, that this is a very strong support line right here. So it may hold it. If the price of Bitcoin doesn't go lower than 55, it may, but I don't think it will. So you should be, I wouldn't be trading right now is what I'm saying. I'd be waiting until we get there. And then we'll see if that's going to drop to the next support, which would be here. Then I could buy, then you could potentially have a buy here. If that happens, who knows? Because Ethereum is underpriced right now in my view for the market cycle. And what I mean by that is a low risk right now to buy Ethereum. Okay, now the best place to buy was here, and would have been at this price at around 1400, and that's where I bought some. I sold and buy here, and then I'm gonna buy more here. Okay, that's my next buying, because by the time Bitcoin, look back at Bitcoin here, drops down to the previous price, we should see Ethereum adjusting to the next level down. How far can we go down currently in BTC, and when to enter alt? Well, depends on the alt, but as you can see on the left here, right? These are all the altcoins that I buy. Sushi, ADA, DOT, Uni. They're all down, right? These are stocks that I own. Google, Park Hotels. But let's go down. I don't own these right now. But anyway, I sold most, but I still have some. So, yeah, they're not doing very well. Is it right now? Like, not a lot is doing well, right? So most of them, not a good time to get in. So to answer your question, we are expecting Bitcoin to go down to about 51,000. If it goes sideways, like let's take a look here. The way I look at it, and I put a lot of thought in that. It's not like I just put 5 minutes. By the way, I've been thinking about this for days, because I don't want to go live, because it seems like so much, I don't know, so much stuff on YouTube that I don't agree with. But I wanted to put a lot of thought. So what can happen is that it can go sideways like this, right? And then it can go bounce here. So you see, then it might only go to 58,000. See, the longer it goes sideways, then it's kind of like the longer we wait, right? It's going sideways, but the longer we wait to bounce off that line, the higher price is going to be. On the other hand, if we zoom in here, if it goes down very fast, it could go down to about 51,000 mark, right? If it breaks through, which I don't think it will, I don't agree with that. I think, again, $1.8 trillion being pumped in the U.S. economy. Young people investing in Bitcoin. I don't know. Do you guys think that Bitcoin's going to go all the way down? I don't think so. I wouldn't bet on that one. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm not betting on it going down. I'm buying here. I'm buying right here. That's my target. If I'm wrong, then I'm not going to lose money. I'm just going to hold it. Because again, I don't believe the bull cycle is done. But you got to know, like, one of the things, again, if you know my channel, I don't like when, people on YouTube say, well, here's what could happen. It can go sideways. It could go up. It could go down. Listen, you got to know when your entry point's going to be. You got to make a decision. Investing is about making decisions, yeah? So all I'm saying is to you is that, like, okay, make a decision. When are you going to get in? So for me, it seems logical that because of our past, right, we've seen it bounce on this line twice, even though this line is not technically analysis confirmed. I would say it's got 2 touching points, and we're looking at the day view. If we go to 3 days, right, that's kind of what it looks like here. You can see that, right? And so the best prediction of price is you got to zoom out. So it touched there, it touched there, it touched here, it touched here, and then it's probably going to touch here, and then it's going to go up, right? And then it may correct and go up again like that, It may have another correction first. It could correct and then go down, but the next correction going to be like around 62,000. You see, I'm saying the correction now could be 52, but the next correction, it won't go down much. Now, it could always change. We know that Bitcoin has went down in price before by 50%, but everybody says this is a different bull cycle this time, that it's different. The game has changed, and we are looking at a different Bitcoin than we've ever looked before. Well, 53, where did you come up with that, AJ? I'm not sure I agree with that, because if we look right now, I'm looking at the line here is 51, right? 51,000. Okay. So next question, like the stream, Thoughts on Bitcoin? Dominance, technical analysis, or is it worthless? No, I mean, technical analysis is not worthless for sure. I mean, we have to use something. Otherwise, just based on your gut instinct. And I believe some gut instinct, like your intuition is powerful, but it should be 95% technical analysis and some instinct based on what's going on in the news, what the YouTubers are saying, social media. It's a mix, it's a mix. But again, if you follow my philosophy of investing, I don't like to lose money. So no one is 100% right all the time. You just gotta get out of this leveraging thing, which a lot of people do. They leverage, and I just don't do that. Right? I just don't do that. I don't leverage, and so that way, if I make a mistake, I don't get liquidated. So I use technical analysis to make choices about where to trade. And that's worked very well for me so far, and I believe it will continue to work. So you can see here, right, that there's a lot of tools you can use, but one specific tool to see where we're at as well is a relative strength index. And if we go to the weekly view, 1 week, we can see that, we went all the way up. It's possible that it starts going down, but you can see in the past as well what's been going on, right? It's going up and then down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and then it went down, right? And now we're going up and then down, right? So now, is it going to do the same thing, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So it seemed like, right, like these are points where it's more risky to buy here for sure. And it's more safe to buy here because this at the bottom, it tells you that it's oversold. This tells you that it's overbought. But that's how Bitcoin behaves. Bitcoin is always almost pretty much overbought. You can see, right? Anything above this line, the 70, is overbought. Anything below 30 is oversold. So on a weekly basis, it really gets there. Okay. Now, we could go to 1 day again, right? Here's what we're seeing. So we are kind of going down, it seems. So I wonder if that's going to change, but it's also building a pattern as well, right? Yeah. Kind of a triangle. So I think it has to decide like which way is it going to go. And if you wait, you're just not going to get a good price if it goes up, because what can happen, right? Is it just going to go like this, and then bam, it goes up. And this would mean like $70,000 if it does that, right? Which I think is what's going to happen. So I'm betting myself with my own money going up. You can bet what you want, but I would not short Bitcoin at this stage. Right? So yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I will come more often as I can. Thank you. I mean, let's see. Can I see Bitcoin below 45,000? Can you see? Well, I'm not betting on it. I think it's not a question whether you can see it or not. For sure, you can see it in some cases where Bitcoin had strong corrections, 20, 30, 40, 50%. Even in some case, like if you go back, right? If you go back to Bitcoin and you're looking at it like over the last periods of time, like long periods of time, right? You're going to see that Bitcoin had very strong corrections. Okay, let's go here. And what I mean by that, right? You can see this is the whole cycle of Bitcoin. And you can see like they're like at the end of the bull cycle, you have very big like correction, right? So it reaches like all the way to the bottom. It goes down like almost 94% on the first one, right? And if you go to that one here, it's like all the way down. Yeah, it's like 84%. But I'm saying we're not there yet. But nevertheless, when you have a correction on a bull cycle going up, right, you can see that sometimes there's like correction. Doesn't seem a lot on this one. Let's go to the next one, right? So this one here, you can see that there was strong corrections. You go from here to the bottom, it's like, well, 35 with the wick, right? So that one here had a 35 again. So, you know, you can have strong, if maybe 10 days is too much. Let's go to 3 days. I think we'll see more corrections there. So it's always possible that you have strong corrections as it goes up. So you can't say, but many people believe that at this moment, in this kind of, what is Bitcoin now, right? What is Bitcoin back in 2017 and what is Bitcoin in 2021 is two different Bitcoins. Now today, because Bitcoin has been a store of value that is widely accepted by many intelligent investors, I think now that you're not going to see big corrections with Bitcoin anymore. Okay. So like this is a 42% correction. As you're asking me, right? Can I see Bitcoin below 45,000? Yeah, it's possible based on past. We've done that many times, right? There were many strong corrections. Like from here to here, 30%, right? So, and if you go back to the even previous cycles, there is even stronger like correction. Like this one seems quite big. Look at this one, right? Like all the way is like an 80% almost. But I don't think you're going to see that with this bull like cycle. Right now, our corrections has been not big. It's been during this like cycle. If you go from the bottom until now, it's almost, what is it? About 506% if you bought it here. But if you bought it all the way down here when it was 3,860, wow, that would have been a good buy. Then it would be 14x from the lowest, right? So from the bottom up until there's been many strong correction, 14%. Actually, if you calculate from here down to there, 11. Yeah, okay. So you got to think like there's been the corrections we've seen are not big, right? I think this one was our biggest one right here, which is 29%. That was when the Bitcoin went down to 30,000, right? It went up to 41 to 30. And now we already saw another correction and we think it's over, right? We said, okay, it's over, but it's not. We see 23% and then we buy in and now we're seeing another correction now. Is it a big one or a small one? That's what you got to bet on. You got to make your own choice. You know, like, do you think Bitcoin's going to go down more? Then you wait and you don't buy. If it goes up, then you miss the boat. Yeah, I think that they will hit the market this week. So many of the checks have already been sent. So I'm not sure the exact system in America. So you just have to wait. So, but they will be in weak hands and the next correction is going to be very strong. New money is going to come in. That's what it says here. So the next correction, I would expect much bigger than 20%. So the next correction is going to be 30-40%, I think, because too much new money. And I think the next correction is going to come after we reach about 70,000 plus, right? And then we'll see it go back down to probably 50,000. And then you buy in at 50,000 and then it's probably going to go up to 80 and then maybe all the way up. Who knows, right? So, but those checks are coming. And I think if you kind of think, yeah, it's going to go down. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. Okay, guys. So hope that helps. I did want to go and kind of give you my perspective on things. I mean, it's pretty strong. Bitcoin is still very strong. Don't forget Michael Saylor's just bought it. You know, the institution are about to buy it more and more, as we can see, and probably expect that's going to happen. And given that we're still in a strong market cycle, but again, my investment is mostly in Ethereum, because Ethereum right now is a 0.5 to 0.6 risk, where Bitcoin is a 0.8 risk. And those risk analysis help you to think, because at 0.9 to 1, then you're basically right at the top here, right? So we think that Ethereum is a better investment compared to Bitcoin. And then you can also have a mix of altcoins. Once the Bitcoin is in a sideways motion, then usually like the altcoins will go parabolic. They'll just go crazy, and like you can see huge gains there. That way is one strategy to gain more Bitcoin. Okay. Best price for Bitcoin. I don't think again, like best price before the next correction. You know what I mean? Like best price for yeah, again, I just told you right here about 1690. Next buy-in price for me. I already owned it. Yeah. So the next, okay, let me put here first. So the best price is right here at about 1688. Right? Now I already bought it. I own some already because I don't mind swallowing it, but I believe, and then the price, best price going up. I'm before the next correction, I would say 2400. I think we're going to see a huge, I think it's going to go up like all the way to 2400 range. Then there will be a correction, and then we can see it go up. I think 10,000 by the end of this year is not unreasonable for Ethereum. And not to mention the news on Ethereum and all that, right? Like we have a lot of news there. Okay. The risk analysis, I'm no expert on that. So I subscribe to Ben, who has his own kind of risk analysis. He's a master at this stuff, you know, and I just use his. Yeah. But you have to pay for it. So if you follow my channel and subscribe, then you'll find the risk analysis. And make sure, guys, you make sure to subscribe to my Telegram group so you can get these analysis as well. I will put the link in the comment and the description after I will do that, okay? But that question, you know, like how do you analyze the risk? That's the question. I think price prediction is BS in a way, because nobody knows what the price prediction is going to be. So risk analysis is a better viewpoint, in my opinion, on risk analysis is a better viewpoint on which one you should buy, because some coins are more risky, like Bitcoin is more risky than Ethereum, but some don't know that. So they think, yeah, just buy Bitcoin, just buy Bitcoin. Well, yeah, you probably do want to own Bitcoin in the long term, but all of us want to use our money to maximize how many Bitcoin we get. So if you buy Ethereum, what I'm saying is that by buying Ethereum, you'll make more gains, okay? And then later you'll be able to buy more Bitcoin. That's what I'm saying. Now, the risk analysis change all the time, and once a week we need to keep update on what the risk is. Yeah, at least once a week. Anyway, hope that helps, guys. We'll see you in the next live. Again, it's just a quick live to explain to you what I think, my opinion, and how I'm investing. And, you know, you can decide to choose your own entry points. But that's what I'm doing. Okay, guys, hope that helps. Subscribe to the channel if you like this analysis and my points of view. And then we'll see you in the next live. Bye for now, guys.